morning. I'm Angel from the Natrona County Library, and I'm here by my fire to bring you guys a couple of stories. I don't know what the weather's like right now while you're watching it, but today here it's cold and snowy. So I thought this was a perfect place to cozy up with a couple of good stories. Our first story is going to be right here on the flannel board. This is called Mr. Lou's Mustache. There once lived a man named Mr. Lou. He had a mustache that grew and grew. By Monday, it was as tiny as his nose. By Tuesday, on and on it grows. In just one day. By Wednesday, it stretched as far as his ears. By Thursday, it looked as if it had grown for years. But on Friday, Mr. Lou caught the flu. Achoo! And off went the mustache. It flew and flew. He must have been pretty sick to sneeze off his mustache. That's a silly story. All right, I have another story for you. This one is one of our 100 books everyone should read before kindergarten. This one is called The Wolf's Chicken Stew by Keiko Kaza. It's hard to say. There once lived a wolf who loved to eat more than anything else in the world. As soon as he was finished with one meal, he was already thinking about his next. One day, the wolf got a terrible craving for chicken stew. All day, he walked across the forest in search of a delicious chicken. Finally, he spotted one. Ah, she is just perfect for my stew, he thought. The wolf crept closer, but just as he was about to grab his prey, he had another idea. If there were just some way to fatten this bird up a little bit more, he thought, there would be all the more stew for me. So, the wolf ran home to his kitchen and he began to cook. First, he made 100 scrumptious pancakes. Then, late at night, he left them on the chicken's porch. "Eat well, my pretty chicken," he cried. "Get nice and fat for my stew." The next night, he brought 100 donuts. "Eat well, my pretty chicken," he cried. "Get nice and fat for my stew." And on the next night, he brought a scrumptious cake that weighed 100 pounds. "Eat well, my pretty chicken," he cried. "Get nice and fat for my stew." At last, all was ready. This was the night he had been waiting for. He put a large stew pot on the fire and set out joyfully to find his dinner. "That chicken must be as fat as a balloon by now," he thought. "Let's see." But as he peeked into the chicken's house, the door opened suddenly and the chicken screeched, "Oh! Oh, so it was you, Mr. Wolf." Children, look, the pancakes and the donuts and that scrumptious cake, well, they weren't from Santa Claus. They were all presents from Uncle Wolfie. The baby chicks jumped all over the wolf and gave him 100 kisses. Oh, thank you, Uncle Wolfie. You're the best cook in the world. Uncle Wolf did not have chicken stew for dinner that night, but Mrs. Chicken made him a nice dinner anyway. Aw, shucks, he thought as he walked home. Maybe tomorrow I'll make those little critters 100 scrumptious cookies. He did. All right, well, let's sing our goodbye song together, all right? Clap, clap, clap your hands together. Clap, clap, clap your hands together. Stomp, stomp, stomp your feet together. Stomp, stomp, stomp your feet together. Wave, wave, wave goodbye together. Wave, wave, wave goodbye together. Thanks for listening to some stories with me, guys. We'll see you next time.